Have you ever been riding or running and gotten a really sharp stabbing pain in your shoulder or one of those nasty side stitches? Or just started breathing so raggedly that you started to panic? Yeah, I've been there too. I'm Samantha with Empower Performance Therapy, and today I wanted to talk about breath, or actually dysfunctional breathing, because we're all endurance athletes. And as you know, we need oxygen to be delivered to our muscles so we can work. So, quick, just recap, just review on how oxygen transport works. As we breathe in and fill our lungs with air, the oxygen from the air actually binds to the hemoglobin in the red blood cells, and then that gets delivered to our muscles, and the mitochondria inside the muscle cells take the oxygen and help turn that into energy. Now, with a really well-planned endurance training, we can use this to increase the tidal volume of our lungs, or the amount of air that we take in per breath. We can use it to increase our VO2 max, and we can then increase our physiological economy, or actually do more while taking in less oxygen. So that's all pretty cool. But what if it just doesn't work? So what if that just all goes to shit? What if you can't take in as much oxygen? What if you can't breathe like you think you should? Now, there's actually two types of dysfunctional breathing. One is structural or organic, and the other is that functional dysfunctional breathing, which is what I want to talk about a little bit today. Now, that means that our breathing is happening at a rate disproportionate to what the activity actually demands. So we actually fall into this pattern of breathing in a way that isn't natural. So natural breathing occurs from the diaphragm. As the diaphragm contracts and flattens, we actually bring air in to the body. And then as it relaxes, we exhale. But dysfunctional breathing is coming from some of those accessory muscles that aren't meant to be primary breath muscles. Muscles in the chest, muscles in the neck, muscles in the shoulders actually start taking over the work. Instead of getting this nice, full, deep belly breath from the diaphragm, we're taking in these really short, rapid breaths straight to the upper chest. And as you can see, when you start doing that, you're breathing faster, taking in less oxygen, and working harder than you would if you take in these nice, full, diaphragmatic breaths. So with the dysfunctional breathing, you're going to see things like neck and shoulder pain. You're going to see chest pain, side stitches, headaches, lightheadedness, tingling in the extremities. None of this good for an endurance athlete. And so what we need to do is practice the normal breathing patterns, practice these most efficient breathing patterns. And so while we're practicing these, we actually naturally bring them to the stage then as we're running and as we're riding. So I want to show you two exercises today to help retrain a normal, more efficient breathing pattern. And as you practice this, you can bring it to your sport. So the first one I've actually shared in social media on Instagram already, and Facebook as well. But the second one is exclusive to you watching the video today. Now, these are exercises that I would suggest performing daily and performing right before you begin your training for the day. And that way your body has already normalized to this new efficient breathing pattern. First up, we're going to work on a soft and easy nasal diaphragmatic breath. Now, I don't want you to even think about your nose. We're going to engage the breath from the belly, from the diaphragm. So as you breathe in, you're going to fill your belly first, then your lower chest, then your upper chest. So keep the mouth shut. And again, don't think about your nose. I want you to place your hands right here. And I'm set up on a stability ball with hips and knees at 90 degrees, feet flat on the floor here. And I'm just gonna keep my gaze soft, looking forward, mouth shut, and I'm gonna breathe in from the belly. Did you feel it? Did you feel yourself? Did you feel the rib cage expand outward? Did you feel that breath initiate from the belly? As you work with this, when you exhale, I want you to exhale completely. Expel all of that air right on out. So as you inhale, the belly fills up, the chest moves out first here, then up here. And as I exhale, it empties first here, then here, and then the belly almost hollows out as I expel all of the air. Then the next breath you take in is going to be so much easier, because as that's hollow, your body does it automatically. It takes in that nice deep breath of air, first in the belly, and then all the way up. So practice this before jumping on the bike or heading out the door for your run. Now technique number 2 that I promised you, exclusive to those of you watching this video. So have you ever had one of those really long, skinny balloons that's just ridiculously hard to blow up? And the more you strain and try, the more exhausted you get. Well, we're gonna take that technique and take that feeling into this exercise, because if you remember in the previous video you just watched, I said the more forcefully you exhale and rid your lungs of all of the air as you exhale, the more natural it is for our body to then take a full inhale after that. Well, that's what we're going for in this next exercise. And you're gonna do it laying on your back. So we're gonna fight against gravity a little bit here. Legs are gonna be up in 90-90 position. And so just find you something nice and comfy here. I'm gonna use my ottoman here in the office. Grab your couch, the end of the bed, whatever it might be. So you're gonna 90-90 your legs up. You're gonna lay all the way back. Now, if you have a balloon to work with, great, go for it. I don't, so we're just gonna use a closed fist and pretend like it's that difficult balloon animal type of balloon. So you're gonna lay all the way back here. And one hand on your chest, the other hand is holding your balloon. And so I want you to practice that nice nasal diaphragmatic breath that we just did in the last video. And then once your belly and your chest are nice and full of air, I want you to count to 5 really slowly as you blow into your fist or into your balloon. So deep breath in. So that was a bit longer than 5, wasn't it? But that just goes to show you, as you start to work on expiring forcefully and slowly, that you can really strengthen the diaphragm, and you can work on a more natural breath pattern, one that's going to help increase your physiological efficiency. It's going to increase your tidal volume. It's going to increase that VO2 max. It's going to help you use that air more efficiently by slowing down your respiratory rate and helping you use more of the oxygen you actually take in without working so hard. So if you like the content that you saw in this video today, please like the video, share it with any of your friends who you think might like it as well, and subscribe to the channel, because we're going to be updating these videos weekly here, as well as subscribing to the newsletter so you don't miss out. Have a great afternoon. Keep training empowered.